What is up, team? It's your boy Sledge from the SledgeIncTeam, team, back with another episode of Unfiltered 20 Questions with Sledge. And today, the guest is my very first channel member, a longtime subscriber, a chef that not only chefs in the kitchen, but also chefs it up with credit cards. It is my guy, the one and only BobbyWhy. Let me get Bobby in here. Hold up a second. Let me get Bobby inside the building.
Hey.
Let's go.
That was a good intro.
How you doing today, my brother?
Hey, what's up?
Good. Well, you know the way 20 Questions with Sledge works. Basically, I'm going to ask you 20 questions, some credit card related, some not so much. The purpose of the interview is to get the audience to know you as you. So it's going to be as little as me as possible other than me asking the questions. So
all right.
If you're ready, let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
All right. Everybody know I always look down, but I'm looking at the questions from here. All right. The very first question, you have a background as a chef for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Man, can you tell us about that experience?
Yeah, sure. So, gosh, it was like 2001 actually, and I just applied for it and got it. And I was actually the head chef of a private club there. Back then it was called the XO Club. I think now it's called Chase Lounge or something like that. Chase, whatever. But yeah, I was in charge of that, and we had 2 floors, and it was freaking awesome, man. It was one of the best jobs I ever had. Not only I didn't just do that, I actually cooked for the luxury suites. We did some events with the players too, which was actually pretty cool. I was there. Yeah. I was there for maybe like a year for like 1 season, and then a preseason. I had to head back down south to South Florida. So, but while I was there, it was a great time.
Did you get any interesting or crazy requests from some of the players?
No, nothing like that. I definitely met some of the players. Like Roman Hammerlick was one of the guys. I think I got a stick from him. Nikolai Hobby-Bolin, the goalie, I got a stick from him. So personalized, so that was kind of cool. Yeah, it was kind of neat too, because like we'd go in the same entrance as the players did. So they'd be coming in to do the morning skate, and we'd be going in to get everything ready for the food for the evening. So that was pretty neat.
Man, that's more than unique, man. You know, I went to my very first hockey game for the very first time, and it was also the Tampa Bay Lightning. So
yeah, that arena is so fun. I definitely miss it. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've been there.
Yeah, you definitely got to check back in. All right, being that you were a chef, what is the most elaborate dish that you've ever made?
Oh man, elaborate. I've done a bunch of I've done a bunch of stuff in school. Trying to think. I did a food competition where I did quail, and I don't even like that stuff, but yeah, I made quail. I made like a bourbon pecan cheesecake for dessert. Yeah, I mean, wasn't like super elaborate, but it was probably the coolest thing I ever made.
Yeah, I had a quail egg. I was like, I don't know about this so much.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. It is what it is. You know, I'm actually probably the pickiest eating chef you'll ever know. I'm such a picky eater, but I can cook things up pretty good though.
Okay. That's one thing about chefs, man. Everybody had their own, everybody had their own taste. You still a person, so whether you're cooking or eating, yeah. All right.
I'll fire up that Stouffer's mac and cheese any day.
Now, outside of cooking, I also know that you're a fan of tech. What is your favorite tech content, or who is your favorite tech content creator?
Marquez Brownlee for sure, and yeah, I mean, I've been watching him for years. Flossie Carter too. Yeah, I was telling you, I've been watching him since what, like 2012 when I had my BlackBerry, because he used to review Blackberries. So yeah, those 2 guys are my favorite for sure.
Yeah, Floss and Market, man. Yeah, I actually, believe it or not, the ending of my videos, I kind of stole that from Floss, man.
Yeah.
I kind of stole that from Floss.
Yeah, he's definitely got the best
Travel
ending.
myself.
Yeah.
Okay, so we into tech, so I gotta put the question out.
Sure.
Android or iPhone guy?
So I am an Android guy through and through, but I am currently on an iPhone because I decided to get it. This is an iPhone 14. Sorry about the background noise as I'm outside there. iPhone 14 Pro Max is what I have, and I've had it for like about a year. But I'm Android through and through. I've had 3 Pixels now, Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. So I have an Apple Watch, but I also have a Samsung Watch. Yeah, I'm one of those guys.
One of those guys.
Uh-huh.
What was your first Android phone?
HTC Thunderbolt back in 2011, I think it was. I was actually waiting for the next BlackBerry to come out, so I grabbed that one.
Nice.
And yeah, battery life was terrible on it, but I love my Blackberries. I miss them.
We all went through that phase. If you were around during that time, man, the battery life on smartphones was terrible.
Oh God,
3 hours,
yeah.
you good.
The HTC Thunderbolt. Yeah, that Thunderbolt lasted like maybe 3 hours. It was
about
terrible.
3 hours.
Yeah.
All right. Are you a mobile wallet guy, or do you like to flex and pull out the card every time you pay?
Mobile wallet. Yeah.
Mobile wallet.
At restaurants, obviously, I got to flex, but everywhere else it's mobile wallet. Yeah, it's Apple Wallet now, but I do Google Wallet as well. So, oh yeah, it's so much easier.
Much easier.
Yeah, my wallet is still pretty thick though. I mean, it's like, that's like stupid. I mean, yeah.
Hey, now we speaking about wallets. I tell everybody, Extra still running that Father's Day promo. So if y'all want to get a nice little extra wallet, promo code is in the description of this video. All right, now we go get the stuff that everybody want to talk about, and we know that's credit cards.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now can you tell us why you choose to use credit cards for your purchases instead of using debit or cash?
Yeah, so we know the story, and I'm sure we'll talk about it, but I obviously had issues with credit back in the day, and I didn't use credit cards for a while, and then I would just use debit because my credit wasn't good. I didn't know about the points and miles game, because my credit was never good enough to really get anything, so I didn't even think about it. So I would just use my debit card and whatnot. But now, obviously, I started back in 2022 is when I really started getting into it. Yeah, I mean, it's safer to use credit cards. We all know that. In addition to getting the points and miles, and using it for travel. So that's the right way to go.
Definitely the right way to go.
Mm-hmm.
The points, get the miles. You can travel at as Chad Money Minutes say, at a discounted rate, because we know nothing is free. But we can travel at a discounted rate, and we go buy the same thing that we always been buying.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. I just booked a room in Baltimore next week. We're gonna go see the Orioles play, and I did it with points with Hilton. So it didn't cost anything, but it's still gonna cost me $90 to park my car.
Right.
It's still gonna cost me money to go see the game. So it's like, yeah, my 2 bank bonuses I'm working on is gonna be covering that though.
Well, yeah, we need to start talking to city council about some of these parking fees that they have outside of these stadiums and everything. Man, it's ridiculous.
The hotel where I'm going is like $45 a night. It's crazy.
I think the cheapest parking I've seen by a stadium was like $40, and that's the cheapest. And you're not even right there. You still have to do a little decent walk to the stadium.
Yep.
That's why I am a Uber guy, man. I park at the hotel and that's it. I'm done with it after that. If I'm off a plane, I'm straight on the Uber.
Yeah, this particular hotel I got's pretty much across the stadium, done purposely, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense then.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now we going from credit cards to credit cards. What made you? I mean, from cash to credit cards. And I understand your situation with credit cards before, but what made you get into this credit card game?
So back at our honeymoon, we went down to Florida. We went to Universal Studios, and I'm like, I got this one card from Wells Fargo. What was that? The platinum card. You know, the one with no no rewards on it or anything like that. Because again, I didn't really think about it, and I'm like, I'm just gonna put on here. I want to see how much we spend on it. So I put all my spend on that card, and I look back on that now, and I'm so mad at myself because I didn't know. So that was 2021 right at the end. So 2022 in April is when I got my first Amex card, the Blue Cash Preferred, and I got that one, and at the same time I started watching all the videos, and I'm like, I can't believe I've been missing this whole time. You know, I mean, I was happy with my 6% groceries and streaming or whatever with Blue Cash Preferred, and I figured that was going to be the end of it. But then I started watching all y'all videos, and you know, that's when well, not trouble, but that's when it all started. Yeah, the addiction. Yeah.
And you know what? That's one of the reasons why you was the first person to join my membership, because our journeys are so similar.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like our journeys are so similar. When I listen to you know, some of the things that you tell me, I'm like, man, it's just like us trading places. You know,
Exactly.
it really is. It's just like us trading places. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm good. Good.
All right. Now tell me about, since you didn't have a collection of credit cards now,
Mm-hmm.
credit card that you have that no one really talks about, but you get great value from.
Let me see here. Well, I did have one, but they closed it because they ended their partnership. I had that Baltimore Orioles card because they're my favorite baseball team. So, you know, I would spend that occasionally during the year, but when I would go down to Baltimore and at the stadium, that's all I would use. And I, you know, gain all the rewards for that. And you can use it for like tickets and, you know, memorabilia and whatnot. And it was very niche, but it had the Orioles on it. But yeah,
Right.
literally like a week ago or so, they were like, yeah, we ended our partnership. So, oh well, you're done. Can't use the card
Wow.
anymore. Yeah, yeah.
Who
That was
issued that
definitely.
card?
Oh man, what was it? I can't remember the name of the bank. Yeah, I don't remember. But yeah, they just ended their partnership. I don't know if they're going to get another one or not, but yeah.
Yeah, see, that sounds like me with HSBC cards. I don't even think they still a bank here in the United States anymore. But I had those cards at one time. I actually
Yep.
had two of them. Probably no rewards or points or cash back or anything. It was just when I would just use credit cards to use credit cards.
Exactly. You know, actually, you know, it's funny. I did have the Capital One Quicksilver, and I didn't even realize it was like 1.5% cash back on it. I never used it. That's, like I said, I grabbed that Wells Fargo and went with it. Didn't even. Yeah.
No,
Pretty. Yeah.
believe it or not,
It's crazy. Yeah.
the Quicksilver is what kind of got me into the game,
Yeah.
because I was using the Quicksilver,
Mm-hmm.
and I realized that I was actually getting something out of it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
hey, I can only bash Capital One so much. You know, I can only bash them so much because for me and a lot of people, they have meant a lot because they help you get back into the game, and they do give you, you know, if you can get in with them, they do give you something. So
Yeah. They're never going to give me a Venture X, at least anytime soon, but at least I got the SavorOne. And I think I told you too, I got that without doing the sign up bonus because I just wanted it. So
you
I
know
got it
what?
for good credit.
I think Chad got it with no sign up bonus too. But the thing is, it's a good card. Like
It
it is.
really is. It really is. I've been using it quite a bit lately.
It took them. I tried to pre-approve for that card for 2 years before they gave me the sign up bonus.
Mm-hmm.
2 straight years. So
I could have waited, but you know.
yeah, I mean, honestly, I mean, I could have went without the sign up bonus, but yeah, I think I just took the opportunity because it was there, so I just got it.
Right.
Mhm. Right. Now you got the American Express Delta Business card,
The gold one, yeah. Mm-hmm.
the Delta, all right, Delta Gold. Now the annual fee went up to $150.
Yep.
What made you keep that card?
Well, this time I only had to pay 95 again, which was great. So I mean, and we already used it for we went to Cooperstown and I got like a local hotel there and I used it the $150 hotel credit there. I mean, so I already made out. and then I figure maybe next year, I'll use that credit before the annual fee comes up again, and I'll make a decision if I want to keep it or not. If not, I'll get all that value for $95. So, but I
Yeah.
mean, at the same time, like we're flying Delta down to New Orleans, and we're getting our free bags there and back. So right there's another $90 worth of value just for that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't spend on the card like at all, but it's just there for the benefits basically.
There for the benefits. You can get $150 Delta stage credit.
Yeah, that's what I used.
The card.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't beat that, honestly. Like you honestly can't beat that. So I mean, the free check bags is a bonus on top of a bonus. Really, think about it.
Yeah, and I think not that I really care about this, but you do get on the plane a little bit sooner than others as well with the card. I think you just some kind of upgrade on that, but
well,
not bad.
My Delta Platinum to fly to Minnesota, and that priority boarding, I still was in Zone 5.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, that's priority boarding, Zone 5.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's not that big of a deal. The free check bags, that's a much bigger benefit in my opinion. And if you want to pay for overpriced drinks on the plane, you get 25% off of those too with the card.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, if I travel, if I go by myself, which isn't often, but I just do like a carry-on,
right,
or something like that. But yeah, it definitely comes in handy when the wife and I travel.
All right, now in your opinion, what is the most important factors when you choose a credit card?
Well, sign up bonus first and foremost, because I got lucky because with the with the platinum card I got 150,000. With the gold card I got 90,000 when it was up to that, and then the business gold I got 150,000 as well. So like I'm like I like try and wait, obviously, like we all do, but I definitely try and wait for the best sign up bonuses that I can, and then obviously multipliers too. That's a big one because then if you have a card with an annual fee, those multipliers have to be worth it because and I got to put a lot of spend on it because if not, I don't want to keep it.
All right. Now that's the thing about airline cards, because like you have the Delta Gold, and to be totally honest with you, most airline cards, if not all of them, the multipliers are trash.
They are trash, yeah.
Yeah, it's all about the benefits with those cards, and if you aren't flying those airlines on a regular, like they really don't make sense to keep out there. The sign up bonus come and go unless you're flying and you're taking advantage of those benefits, really.
Right, and that's the thing too, is because like we weren't traveling much, and we still don't, but I'm trying to travel some more, a couple times a year at least. So, and like I said, you just got to look at what you have and see if it's worth it. And if I find that it's not worth it, out the door goes.
Oh, there it goes. Same thing with me. All right. Now, of all of your cars, what are the top 3 benefits of your car? It could be one card or out of all of your cars. What are the top 3 benefits in your opinion?
Hilton Aspire free night certificate first and foremost. I love that. That's definitely my favorite. That card's not going anywhere. I don't spend on it much, but that's definitely the first one. Believe it or not, I know it's not a lot, but the platinum card I use the digital, the credit, whatever. That's $240 a year, and with the Walmart Plus, I also get Paramount Plus for free too. So it's like that's like the digital streaming credits I like. And then let me see, what's the next one? I don't know. I guess the Fine Hotel and Resorts. I have yet to use that this year, but I'm looking forward to it. I guess I got to set something up with that. But that $200 as well, right?
Clock
200
ticking, man.
Yeah,
the clock is ticking.
I know.
Yeah, I actually need to use mine as well, but yeah, the clock is ticking on it. Those are benefits we definitely don't want to use or don't want to lose. that $200 and everything that come with it, we do not want to lose those.
You know, we're talking about like travel protections too. A couple years ago, my flight got in Orlando coming back home here, got delayed because of lightning and whatnot, and I had to get a hotel room, and it was through Chase, and actually it was kind of a pain because I had to keep sending them stuff, and they finally covered everything, but it wasn't like too bad, but it was nice though. It was the first time in my life I got to use that, and I got reimbursed for my room. I think did I get it from my Uber too? Maybe. Either way, they covered the room, which was really nice. Got the money
Did it
back
give
for
you a
that.
decent room?
Oh, yeah, the thing was huge. I was only in there for like 3 hours. It was like the biggest. I think it was like a Hampton Inn. It was the biggest room at a Hampton Inn I've ever seen. Yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy. You
yeah,
know, the thing is, we all are glad to have those things. We just don't want to have to use them.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you got to think though too. That's when I first started getting into it because it was like I said a couple of years ago. So yeah, that was like it was really awesome for me because I didn't know that stuff existed.
yeah. To this point, I've never had to use them. I cross my fingers. I don't have to, because I just want to get on that plane and get going. You know.
Oh, I'd rather have been home, but it was nice runner-up gift.
All right. Now we're gonna get into something a little different. From a viewer's perspective, what qualities do you value in a credit card on the credit card YouTubers that you follow?
People being genuine, not fake. I mean, obviously, y'all read off of scripts and all that for the most part. But I don't know. Sometimes you can tell when someone's just trying to, shill a credit card so they can, get sign up or get referral bonuses and whatnot. So like people to be genuine, and I think everybody that I follow is pretty genuine.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, and obviously to be entertaining too, because if you're gonna just sit there and just kind of read off a script and not not be animated or I don't know, put graphics up on the screen or something like that here and there. I mean, doesn't need it, but it helps, so it's got to be entertaining
Right.
too. Yeah.
You know, I'm the same way. I mean, because being a content creator, I'm also a fan of what I'm saying, different content creators myself. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I have a small channel. I got into this from watching other channels. So I'm a fan of myself, and yeah, you definitely have to be somewhat entertaining, keep my interest, and yeah, you have to be real. Like if I feel like it's not real, it's not worth it to me. You know?
Exactly, because a lot of you guys, were kind of just we were just in this group, and you just like even Joe Barretto, like he kind of has his own channel. He's going all in with that, So it's like it's nice because it's like you were online friends first or whatever, and met in person, and and now you guys are doing this, and so it's like it's almost like a personal touch,
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people may not know is we actually met in person in Vegas last year.
That's
And
right.
that was definitely cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Vegas was
very cool.
definitely cool.
Yeah, my brother and I went out there. That was fun. I got sick though. Got a cold afterwards, and I had to fly home with that. It was not fun.
That's always the worst.
Yeah.
Now, well, I hope we have better time at in New Orleans then.
Oh, for sure. I'm
Yeah,
going
I hope we
for
have better
like I
time in
said,
New Orleans.
what about 4 days or something like that? A little bit longer than Vegas, so
Yeah,
that'll be nice. Yeah. So we'll definitely all hook up down there.
I think I've stayed in Vegas. I think I stayed in Vegas for 4 days, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I'll be in New Orleans from the 29th through the 2nd. Yeah, the 29th through
Right.
the 2nd. So that's about 4 days.
Yeah. I wanted to get a nicer hotel because we got the DoubleTree, but like I said, my brother's coming down, and we can all afford that, so I figured we'll just do that, and it was nice. But I'm gonna get there. I gotta get my Waldorf stay at some point.
I honestly think this one is gonna be more fun.
Yeah. Oh God.
I do. The first one was a test trial.
Well, yeah, because
This
it's
one's
been a
gonna be
year. I
more
mean,
fun.
everybody's been chatting. Everybody knows each other, so it's gonna be even
Yeah.
more fun.
Yeah, I think it'll be more fun. All right. Now, with all the credit cards that you have, how do you manage them? Do you use apps or any type of technology, or how do you manage your credit cards?
Yeah. So I did. I actually have the Max Rewards. I figured I'd give that a go. It actually helps out quite a bit. Because sometimes I'm like, okay, because it does like your location, and if you can look up and see where you're at, it'll tell you, if this card will work or whatever. That because honestly, yeah, I pretty much need that because I do try and use a good amount of my cards. I want to use I want to get the best value out of it. So
Yeah. Hey, you know what? That go back to using the mobile wallet because you don't have to carry all your cards with you,
exactly.
physically with you, in order to take advantage of them.
Hmm.
Use that Max Rewards to tell you which card to use where. Put your watch on the thing, put your phone on there, whatever you want to do.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Hmm.
I do the same thing. I'm an avid user of Max Rewards, even though sometimes they can be trash with updating.
Exactly. Yeah. It's got a lot better. Like I said,
Yeah,
the last couple
yeah,
months.
right. In the last couple of weeks, yeah, it hasn't.
Hmm.
They did update or something. They got a lot better, but yeah, I definitely use Max Rewards because I don't have time to be keeping up with all of this stuff.
No.
All
Yeah,
right.
but I also just kind of know, depending where I am or whatever, what card to use. But if I don't, I definitely
Yeah,
pop open the app.
right, right. I mean, if you go into a restaurant, you know what card you're gonna use, or you're
Exactly.
going grocery shopping or whatever.
Hmm.
But sometimes you might be in a situation where you like, I don't really know. You look at Max Reward, you might have 2 or 3 cards that you can use in the same location. Now you have a choice for the most.
Exactly.
All right. Now, can you share a story about a time when you made a credit card mistake and you learned from that mistake?
I mean, it's not like a huge amount or anything, but again, I love baseball, so I'd go on and buy these tickets for our local minor league team here, and I used the SavorOne card, and thinking that it was going to be charged for entertainment, but it did not. I only got 1%. I don't know, whatever it said, like something goods or whatever. So next time I bought tickets, I made sure to use just a 2X card. I mean, again, it's not a lot of money or whatever, but it's how you learn. It's how you just got to test it out. Wish there was a way you know the code though prior to, but yeah, there's no way,
it
unfortunately.
it happens to all of us.
Hmm.
It
Hmm.
happens to all of us. All right. Now, in order to benefit from credit cards, we all know that we gotta be disciplined. Can you discuss the importance of credit card utilization and the impact that it have on your scores? Because I know you know this coming from where you come from.
Oh yeah, I mean, even recently with that the business gold card, that was a $10,000 spend in 3 months, and I was struggling. So it's like, I mean, obviously it worked out okay. I got my points and all that, and it's paid off. But yeah, I mean, if I'm obsessed now because like if I get any interest or anything like on accident, it drives me nuts. And it happened once with that Delta Business Gold. Uh, I can't remember what happened or whatever, but I think they charged me like $1 something interest, and I was so ticked off, you know. And yeah, it's got to keep that utilization down because I mean, back again, even this is like maybe 6, 7 years ago, just before I met my wife. She's the one that pretty much set me straight. But uh, I had all my cards like kind of maxed out, and just paying what I could on there. But you're still paying 25% interest on that. And it's like, and back then I didn't even think much about it. I just paid it. It was like, oh yeah, whatever. But now, no way. No, not gonna see me paying interest unless it's absolutely necessary.
I tell you, one time I was locked out of my Discover account for whatever reason, but so I didn't think about it. I owed $2.99 on that card, and they charged me interest because I just forgot about it.
Hmm.
Man, I almost lost my mind about it.
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I just don't want to do it these days. Like I don't because it just well from what we're trying to do with credit cards, paying interest just 100% defeats that.
It
You know?
does. Every penny you spend in interest, you're taking away,
Yeah,
the points you earned or the whatever cash back.
because we can pretend like these multipliers mean a lot, but in some instances, you think if you're getting 3 points per dollar on $10, it's not really a lot.
Mm-mm.
I mean, like it's not really a lot. You know, if you're getting 3 points per dollar on Netflix, it's not really a lot. So if you pay $7 in interest, that's more than
Exactly.
kills anything that you gain.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know? Yeah, so it's very important to make sure that we don't pay interest when we doing this game. But you know, I always say life is life, and you know, everybody doesn't use credit cards the same way. Some people use credit cards for other an extra month to get along. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? But the way that we're trying to do it, we're trying to avoid that at all costs.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now we're about to get into the fun questions.
Oh, fantastic.
All right. If Stan the Credit Frog and Matt Clausen were doing a live at the exact same time, you have one monitor, one phone, one computer, whatever it is, you only have one. You cannot switch back and forth. Which one are you watching and why?
Yeah, that's obviously a tough one. I like both those guys. But I'd have to say Stan. I'd watch Stan. So, I never got to tell him this, so if he watches this or whatever, he'll see. But when we were in Vegas, like I noticed that he would go around and like talk to everybody, like the creators and us that came to meet you guys. And he came up to me, he kind of saw me standing there and he walked right over, started talking to me and stuff. And I appreciated that because that shows a good person right there. He wants to make everybody feel welcome and comfortable and all that. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I would definitely pick him. He's super entertaining as well.
Yeah, Stan's a super nice guy, man. Very,
Yeah.
very genuine guy. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, if you were in a bar brawl, right? Just so happened a bar brawl broke out.
Okay.
I'm not even saying you were in the brawl, but the brawl happened.
Okay.
Which two content creators would you want to have with you? And you can't choose me.
Oh, I can't choose you?
No, you can't choose me.
Let's say probably Anthony because he could probably talk his way out of anything. So we'll go with him. And oh man, I don't know. I'm gonna have to say Joe Barretto too because those guys could just just keep going and it'll probably stop the fight because everybody just have to stop and listen to them. And they go on for an hour and I could just sneak out and go home, go to bed.
Hey, two really nice guys.
Yeah.
We can't underestimate Anthony, man. I watched Anthony pull-ups with a 65-pound weight. Yeah, with a 65-pound weight around his ankle. So can't underestimate Anthony.
Okay.
And Joe, Joe a very nice guy, man.
Mm-hmm.
I met Joe in person, man. Joe's a very nice guy. He probably can't talk out of anything. All right. So now we get into the end here.
All right.
All right. Have you ever unsubscribed to any credit card content creators?
Oh man, you know what? I'm going to be boring and say no. I don't think so. I don't think so that I can remember. I mean, if I did, it definitely was very insignificant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna bore everybody with that answer.
All right, so I'm gonna switch it up.
Okay.
You know, it's something that you stopped watching. You didn't have to unsubscribe to them, but you stopped watching.
Do I still maybe that was his name? Brian Young? Is that how you pronounce his name? That's what it was. Brian Young. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. But yeah, that guy. Yeah, I definitely don't watch him. I think I still subscribe to him though.
You know what? I said it was gonna be no chat participation, but the funny thing is, someone just put that name.
Oh, really? Nice. Yeah, that's fantastic. All right.
That's hilarious.
Good.
All right. So the last thing before we go, is it anywhere you would like people to reach you? You have Instagram, Facebook, anything?
I think I'm on Twitter. Well, what is it, X now? But I don't really do social media. Like I just kind of follow everybody. So now you could look at my YouTube. You can watch my when I chefed it up for the Marlins on Food Network if y'all want to watch that.
Okay.
It's on Yeah, if you click on my account, you can watch that. It's actually from year 2000, and yeah, I cooked for, it was the Florida Marlins back then. But yeah, you get to see me unbearded, 27 years old. So on my mom taped it on VHS, and I moved it over to digital, so it's a little squiggly at times, but it's a good watch if you want to see, if you want to get a good laugh.
Man, I wish you had been told me about that. I'm gonna check that out right after this video.
All right.
Right after this, I'm gonna check that out, man.
Yes.
Everybody check that video out.
Yeah, you won't regret it.
I know I won't, man. I know I won't regret it. But it was great having you here. Thank you to everybody that came out, everybody that watched, everybody that commented, everybody that was here for 5 minutes, 20 minutes, or for the entire time. And you got anything else to say before we get out of here?
No, I just want to thank you for having me, man. This was a blast. Yeah, I thought I'd be a little bit more nervous doing it, but not at all. This is actually pretty cool, man. Yeah, and I appreciate you asking me, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, brother.
See ya.